Hi, I'm Chris. I am at Disneyland today. In today's video, I'm doing for my son, Miles. He requested this video, so I did the research. He wanted to know what are the top attractions that break down at Disneyland. Let's get into it. So today's video, I'm gonna do the top 3 attractions that break down here at Disneyland. Recently, Miles and Amanda were here, and they were going to ride this attraction, and it broke down on them twice while they're waiting in line. So then Miles asked, he's like, Dad, can you just do a video so we can find out what the top attractions that break down and why do they break down? So let's get into it. There's various reasons, of course, why attractions do shut down for the day. But I'm gonna do the ones that have the most problems or that shut down the most often. And it's not always their fault though, just so you guys know that. Let's get into it. Today's video, top 3 attractions at Disneyland that shut down the most. Beautiful Main Street, there's a bunch of bubbles and I love it. It's all part of the experience of Main Street. All right, guys, we're gonna walk down here and we're gonna go to the top 3 attractions that shut down the most here at Disneyland. Do you guys know what do you think they are? Before the video gets started, if you want to play along, you can put it down in the comments down below. Try to list what you think are the 3 top attractions are that shut down the most on any given day at Disneyland. Now, all attractions at some point have some type of maybe a mechanical issue or something that might prevent them from operating for a little bit. Every attraction has problems like that. That's just part of being an attraction, being mechanical, to be expected. But these ones seem to be a little more, it happens a little bit more often than the other ones. Well, let's find out what they are. Your answers, lock in your answers down below. What do you think the top 3 attractions are that shut down the most often? And then hit the like button. And I see those people they're like, lock in your answer and hit the like button. You don't have to hit the like button if you don't want to, but I appreciate it if you do. All right, let's get to the number 3 attraction that shuts down the most often here at Disneyland. Now, these are all amazing attractions, the one we're talking about, but they do sometimes have a little bit of a problem, and there's various reasons why this happens, okay? The number 3 attraction that seems to shut down, break down the most often, Matterhorn. Now, Matterhorn has various reasons why this happens. It is an older attraction, it's a tube attraction, and a steel roller coaster.
There he is.
Hi guys, hi! There's a lot of wear and tear in the cars, the bobsleds, and also even the mountain we have to take in consideration. So let's get a little bit closer and I'll talk to you about the reasons why this attraction sometimes closes down during the day. For anybody who's ever ridden the Matterhorn, it is a herky-jerky attraction. There's a lot of, it's not super smooth. And like most roller coasters now, we go and they have the curved banks where you go around a corner and it kind of curves and makes it nice smooth. And Matterhorn doesn't always do that. You have those hard G's, negative G's and positive G's and all kinds of things on these particular bobsleds. Because of that, there is an incredible amount of wear and tear on these cars. They happen to have, of course, there's a staff here who services the Matterhorn bobsleds, and even the mountain gets a lot of wear and tear. A couple of years ago, part of the mountain actually broke through and they had to repatch the mountain. But let me show you the track and show you why it's so difficult to maintain, because these cars get banged up a lot. Beautiful, beautiful mountain though. I love the sounds of it. I love everything about the Matterhorn, except for maybe the ride. It is, the older you get, the harder it is to ride it. There they come, the tube roller coasters. Now, you'll notice when it goes around corners, it's not really high embankment. They go around those corners hard and fast. There's a lot of wear and tear on the bobsleds. Because of that, they have to be constantly maintained. And periodically, the cars get, they have to be replaced and have maintenance on it. So that slows the ride down as well. The Matterhorn also goes into water. At the end of the ride, dips into some water. That actually is a braking mechanism to help slow down the car, helps slow it down. And also it helps cool the brake pads down a little bit. So you got that going in and out of water, but that also has another wear and tear on the bobsleds. Wet to dry, dry to wet. Oh no! Oh no! have never been on it, you are so lucky. Ah! This is a young man's game. Worse. Ah! Waterfall. There they are, the beautiful Matterhorn bobsleds. Something also interesting about the Matterhorn is it's done through, almost everything's done through air pressure. You're like, air pressure. They don't really do that a lot anymore, but like they pump air pressure in. The air pressure is what controls the brakes, is what controls the pacing of the cars. They have air pressure going throughout the whole system. And that is actually what ends up kind of sometimes causing problems, is the air pressure will dip down, get a little bit lower. It's a mechanical issue. And if the air pressure isn't ever at a certain level, the ride completely stops. So they have to go through and find out where the leak in the air pressure is, what's going on. And it makes it, I don't know, it's a really fun attraction though, but I have to show you like these hard corners that these cars have to do. Now you'll notice this is the very end of the ride right here. And this is a very sharp hairpin turn. It's a U-turn and it is sharp. You can see it's barely raised up. A lot nowadays they would have that way more at an angle, but a car like that comes around, they're coming around pretty fast around this. And this is how here they come, you see, and there's a lot of wear and tear. You see the water coming off of the car. There's a lot of wear and tear on the particular bobsleds as they go through here. Because of that, also all the moving parts of the Matterhorn does shut down a lot. It'd be the top 3 rides that do tend to shut down. But the Matterhorn usually gets up and going pretty quickly. They've got to the point where they're very efficient at identifying the problems. Unless it's something really large or massive, then, but when the ride shuts down, it's usually up and going again within within a half hour. So the number 3 attraction that shuts down the very most here at Disneyland, Matterhorn. For the number 2 attraction that breaks down the very most at Disneyland, we have to go to Batuu, Galaxy's Edge, Star Wars Land, whatever you like to call it. It's Rise of the Resistance. We have to walk down here to Rise of the Resistance. It is a phenomenal attraction. It's one of the best attractions, if not the best attraction. It's immersive storytelling at its finest. Oh, look, there's the Mandalorian. Beautiful. And if you think about it, the ride's only, I think, 5 or 6 minutes long, but the whole experience is about 15 minutes because you go on a spaceship, you get abducted, you go thrown in prison, you get broken out of prison, and you ride the attraction. It is fantastic. There is a lot of the storytelling is the absolute best, but because of that, it is a very complex attraction. Of course, NASA has a saying, like points of failure. You want to try to eliminate as many points of failure as possible. Make it as simple as possible. Rise of Resistance has many points of failure that could happen where things could break down. And it's not always the attraction's fault. Sometimes it is the people who are riding the ride. Rise of the Resistance is what's called a trackless attraction. There is no track. So if you think of like Alice in Wonderland, there's a track, the little caterpillar goes on. Peter Pan's got a track the boat hangs from. Snow White, Pinocchio, they all pull along a track, right? Well, Rise of Resistance, there is no track. The floor is completely smooth. It is awesome, but because of that, it causes some other types of difficulties. Here we are at the entrance to Rise of Resistance, guys. One fantastic attraction. A lot of people say it's the very best attraction. It's hard to disagree with that. I got my own cart all to myself. All right, so I have a little robot right here. I don't know what his name is, but check it out, the cart's all mine.
Here's R5, he's programmed to get you out of here, all right?
What's his name?
R5.
R5, this is R5.
Yep, good luck, sir.
Thank you. All right, guys, got R5, we're ready to go. I just got so excited, I can't even handle this. They busted us out of there, we're ready to go. Okay.
Take this corridor to the turbo lift, then head down to the escape pod base. Those droids are programmed to return you to Batuu. Hurry and don't get caught. Lieutenant Beck, good idea. Recruits, for your safety, stay seated with seatbelts securely fastened. Keep hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the transport and supervise your children. Tell them it's a prisoner transfer. Did it work? Good. Now get a move on. There's a clear path to the turbo lifts at the end of the hallway. Turn right.
Oh, I see stormtroopers walking.
Hey, you're not authorized. Wait, those are the prisoners.
Yes! Oh no!
These skin pops just follow us. Take them with you. Hurry! Hurry! No, not up! I said down!
Oh no! We went up. We're supposed to go down. Oh my gosh!
This does not look good. Try to find another way down to the escape pods.
Okay.
The resistance will attempt to rescue the prisoners.
They have neither the resources nor the courage to engage us.
You underestimate their conviction. Raise the shields!
Shields? I see no evidence.
Now!
Sound the alarm! All personnel to their stations! Sir, the prisoners have escaped.
How brave, but ultimately hopeless. There's nowhere to run. There's no escape.
Kylo!
You will tell me the location of the secret base, and then I will destroy you and the resistance.
You can feel the wind! We're getting sucked out! Okay.
Came in a little off target. Ground crews will meet you outside the wreck.
So, how does a trackless attraction work? Well, there are sensors buried in the ground, and the cars go from sensor to sensor. They're programmed; they know exactly where to go. And the cars also, we have to keep in mind, because they're not on a track, they can't pull off electricity from the track, so they have to be charging those cars. You'll notice, like when you get at the end of the ride, or when you board, there's like these bronze or copper plates. Those are charging pads. It's charging while it's waiting for you to get on or when you get off of the attraction. Sometimes the cars have a hard time. They have a hard time with their, So somebody was waving in the background. I was like, oh, I wonder if they want to say hi. And they did. So anyways, here, oh, ship's about to take off. So here's what happens. Because of the cars, the being trackless, that causes lots of more mechanical issues. If the car can't find the next sensor, it'll stop. If it runs out of charge, it'll stop. But it's not always the attraction's fault. if somebody who's riding it, you or me or a friend or family member, if they lose their hat, their glasses, sunglasses, their ears, they drop something and it lands on the track, a sensor will pick that up and it shuts the ride down. Basically does a kill switch on the whole attraction. So the whole ride is shut down until they clear off that particular object. Then they have to reboot the system. Once the system is rebooted, then the attractions start going again. And the reboot process can go, I don't know why, it takes a while here to do that. So it is a little more complicated, but it does break down more often. And usually it's because people drop something on the track, which shuts the whole ride down. So there you go. The number 2 attraction that shuts down here the very most at Disneyland is Rise Resistance, but it's worth it. It's worth it. I will say this though, if it does shut down, usually it's about a half hour before it can come up again at the quickest. Sometimes, before we get to the number 1 attraction that breaks down the very most, let's do the honorable mention, dishonorable mention, I don't know, but it's in Toontown. Of course, the honorable mention would be Minnie and Mickey's Runaway Railway. This particular attraction does break down periodically. It has a lot of the same issues that you have at Rise of the Resistance. It's a trackless system, there are sensors, and if things get dropped on it, the track, they have to clear the track out before the next cars can be able to run. But for whatever reason, they're able to reset it and get it going faster than Rise of the Resistance. So downtime's usually not as long as Rise of the Resistance. I don't know if it's a different operating system or for whatever reasons, but usually if it does break down, it gets picked up pretty quickly again, start going. There it is, Minnie and Mickey's Runaway Railway, guys. An amazing attraction, but it does have, it does shut down because of, you know, people dropping sunglasses, hats, ears, and things on the track. You're not gonna believe what I just ran into. Before we get to number 1, we have to check this out. Oh, thank you so much. So I have that. Did you hear what happened to Princess Jasmine last night?
What happened to Princess Jasmine?
She was walking down Main Street and she tried to go to all boys school, but she couldn't go because she wasn't allowed in.
Well, if they allowed princesses in, I'm sure she would go.
Oh, that's true. That's very true. And I have to ask you a real quick question. Is your favorite attraction the Haunted Mansion because you're always looking for Abu?
You know, I'm always looking for Abu, but I usually check by the churro carts. Always.
You're amazing, lad.
He's part of the Disneyland beautification. So
he is?
If they drop the churros, he helps clean it up.
He cleans it all up. Oh,
yeah,
my
it's not stealing if you're helping.
Yeah, that's true. Thank you, Aladdin, for being so awesome.
Of course, my friend.
That was odd. You're just staying there all by himself. All right, guys, let's go do the number 1 attraction that breaks down the very most in all of Disneyland. You guys probably know it. Let's get there. All right, so the number 1 attraction that breaks down the very most here at Disneyland are the canoes, man. The electric oars, they don't hold their charge. The accelerator, the rudder gets broken. Sometimes the brake pads get wet. They can't slow down. The canoes, man, it's just not reliable.
Come on down, guys. You break down all the time.
No, the canoes is the most reliable. It doesn't ever break down. It's my favorite attraction, guys. Come down with the canoes. The canoes is awesome. It never breaks down. Canoes are my favorite. You come down, ask for Jonah, ask for Joe, just talk to any of the staff there at Canoes. They're awesome. They'll tell jokes, they'll interact with you. They trade pins with you. It is awesome. So go down and hang out at Canoes. Like literally, go to the Canoes. Okay, now for reals, let's get to the number 1 attraction that breaks down all the time at Disneyland. Oh, you guys, it looks like their brake pads went out. Hope they're okay. Hope it doesn't break down. The Canoes, they are so good. There they go. Gotta keep the brake pads dry. Of course, the number 1 attraction that breaks down the very most is Indiana Jones Temple of the Forbidden Eye. And there are a lot of reasons why this happens. The cast member's like, oh, what are you doing today? I'm like, oh, we're talking about the rides that break down the most. I'm like, really? I'm like, yeah. They're like, yeah, it's a little temperamental. They said you have to be on Mara's good side. All right, so this ride here does seem to shut down a little more often. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Hi guys, hi. The ride has various reasons why it does shut down. 1, the cars that you ride in, did you know they have no reverse? There's no way to reverse the car up. So they have sensors on the front of the car. As you're going through the attraction, if somebody drops something like a hat, glasses, eyes, whatever, Mickey ears, and it lands on the track, then as you're going along, the sensors on that car will pick that up and it shuts down the whole ride. The whole ride will stop. In order to reboot that ride, it can take anywhere from 15 to 45 minutes. And that's just the way it is. So sometimes when people drop something, that's gonna shut the ride down. The ride's also older and it has some kind of baby, it has a little more mechanical issues. The cars are on a track and they really are going up and down, moving, but the chassis is stationary, stays level, but the top part of the car moves up and down like this to give you that feeling of moving all around. That also tends to sometimes break down a lot. On average, this ride gets shut down anywhere from 2 to 3 times in a day, and it's just gonna happen. Just be aware that if it does break down, if it's just a sensor issue, they'll get that cleared as fast as possible and get the ride up and going as quick as possible. Sometimes there are other mechanical issues that happen, and those shut down could be a much longer wait, but it's worth it. This attraction is just too good to miss. You have to ride the Temple of Forbidden Eye. I gotta ask you, is this the best attraction?
Oh, it's the best. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't.
And it never, ever breaks down. We don't talk about that.
No, we don't talk about that at all.
In order to celebrate the... But you never know. This is such a good ride though. Let's go ride it, and it's not gonna break down. This is the longest queue line in all of Disneyland. It's about a quarter of a mile, but it doesn't feel that long because you're walking and seeing all these cool things. So we're just gonna come right around here. We walk through this, like, you're going through like this archaeological dig. Yeah, and then you go into a bat cave. And you will notice, it's hard to tell, but the floor is a little bit slanted. And the reason it's slanted is because we're going deeper and deeper and deeper. And the reason we have to keep going down is we're going underground so that we can walk underneath the railroad tracks. We're gonna walk right underneath those railroad tracks. So as you notice, we're kind of going down, 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 down. Just keep going, and it's going great. Okay, and then it's gonna level out down here. When it levels out down here, that is when at the flat part is when we're directly underneath the railroad tracks. So see, so we're still going down deeper and deeper. Now we're gonna go into the Bat Cave. It sounds awesome. They have a little warning there saying don't enter here, and they busted through this wall. Takes you into the Bat Cave, and you see this is bat guano everywhere you look because we're now in the Bat Cave. We just keep walking through here. Still going down, actually. Just going this way, this way, this way, this way. These spikes used to drop down, and it scared people, so they ended up taking out too much. But they had a pole right here that you'd shake, and because of that, right there is where the pole was. That was where it came out of the ceiling. And now, we're starting to go up. That spike room is right where the railroad track. Now we're going back up, 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 up. Anyways, the spike room, they ended up getting rid of the spikes because it scared a lot of people, which is kind of sad.
Parachute belts attached into the seats. Simply pull it from the right, inserting it into the left, like so.
So far, so good. We're almost there. No breakdowns. We made it, no problem.
This path leads to timeless youth and you look into my eyes. Your path now leads to the gates of doom.
This is too good.
Swerve left, up to the left. Oh, you had the look, didn't you?
Thanks. You guys are on.
Fluffy!
Not bad. Tourists. Now, stay out of trouble, will you?
Success! The ride did not break down. Exiting out. Little fun trivia, this little minecart was actually in the movie Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. It wasn't one they rode in, but it's in the back prop, the back area of that movie. All right, let's keep going. I have to talk to you guys. Let me find a spot where I can talk to you. Okay, so here I found a little spot where I can talk to you guys. Everything breaks down. Even at Disneyland, some attractions will break down, so that could cause problems. And even us, as humans, we have good days and we have bad days. And days that we just are harder for us. And the problem is that when you're having a really hard day, when you're having that really bad day, you tend to think that it's going to stay like that forever, but it's not. Things get better. It ebbs and flows. You have good days, you have bad days, you go back to having good days. If you are going through a little bit of a rough patch right now, I want you to know that it will get better. And I am talking to you. You are awesome. You are amazing. And you make the world a better place. And I hope that you know that. That video is for my son, Miles. Miles, I hope you enjoyed this video. It was your suggestion. And I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Oh, by the way, at the end of the screen, we have this list. That's our Patreons. Part of our Provost Park Pass Patreon community. They get extra videos. It's a really good community. If you want to be part of that, there's a link down below. You can click on that and become part of the Provost Park Pass Patreon community. Hi, everybody. Hi, guys. And you can be part of that if you want to. You are awesome, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye. These rides break down more than any other ride. The Matterhorn, Rise of the Resistance, and Indiana Jones. They break down a lot, but they're also super fun. Well, I don't know if Matterhorn's fun because it kind of breaks your back, but it's still pretty fun. And thank you to our Patreons. We really appreciate it. We couldn't do these videos without you. Woo, 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 woo.